Hello, beautiful team, Army of Light, Earth Division. It's Shauna L. Francis. Today is January 31st, 2023. Yes, there's no power right now. It's been raining cats and dogs down here in Mexico. It's really rare to have this kind of rain at the end of January. Normally it's raining in September or October during low season. But no, lots of rain today. Power is out on my street only. And I don't know if it'll be on in an hour or tomorrow or the next day. So I thought, well, what the heck? Let's go ahead and just make a video with whatever battery power I have left. And then I'll upload this with my cell phone data, assuming that the power doesn't come on sometime tonight. So I'm going to make this a little bit quicker than I normally would, just to be saving battery and all that good stuff, so I can make sure I have enough juice to get this uploaded tonight. It's going to take a long time to upload on my data plan. All right, team. Queen Elizabeth, oh boy, emotional today, very emotional. And it was kind of a continuation of the theme going on yesterday. So I went down the elevator and had a seat. And again, I'm trying to retool the space to accommodate the Queen as her reptilian self. And I kind of played around with that. But I finally did just sit down at the desk. And lo and behold, like an image of the Grim Reaper comes in to view. I'm like, well, hello, have a seat, please. Because, I'm in this space. I probably meditated for 40 minutes before I was sitting down ready to go. So whenever anything happens in that space, I'm paying attention, especially after Queen Elizabeth came through 2 weeks ago. So, Grim Reaper, a hood, couldn't see the face, but the sickle, a dark robe with the hood, the whole thing. And I'm like, hi. I'm like, I said, I'm kind of waiting for the Queen right now. I said, is there something I can do to help you? And nothing, just an image. I'm like, and I was kind of being funny. I'm like, well, I'd be happy to meet with you in the hot seat after I'm done with the Queen. So if you want to just wait over there, I'll be with you in a moment. So you did. So in my mind, this Grim Reaper kind of got up and went and stood in the corner. I'm like, all right. So, and I waited another 15 minutes probably for an image or a feeling of the Queen to come up. I'm just in that space, holding space, just kind of waiting, because that was really bizarre, right, to see the Grim Reaper. So I didn't want to rush anything. And then I see the Queen in her human self, but she's wearing all black, as in mourning. I thought, what is going on here? So she sits down and she takes one of my hands with her black gloved hand, and I just hold it with both of my hands. And I'm like, oh my goodness. I said, I just saw the Grim Reaper, and here you are dressed in all black. I said, I hope everything's okay. How are you? And she said, Shauna, I have some news to share. I'm like, okay. I said, okay. And man, I felt my energy shift, go a little bit deeper. And there was a flash of Queen Elizabeth in her black hat and her black dress, but as a skeleton. I saw that for 20 seconds or so, waiting for her to start. She went back to being her fleshy self after that, but I did see that too. I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, what? I said, what is it, Queen Elizabeth? And she said, Shauna, we release extremely old energies as part of the transformation from leaving the reptilian realm and entering the realm of light. And she said here, today is my official death of the reptilian aspect of my soul. It's a bit of a formality, but it is significant, and it indicates a clear demarcation of before and after when it comes to stepping fully into a life serving the light. She said here, Shauna, you too have gone through this passage. It's a significant evolutionary milestone for anyone who chooses this. It allows for the formal recognition of this important change. And she said here, there have been other activities related to this moment happening in the background to help me be ready for this moment to make it official. So I think back to yesterday and like all that was making sense then, how emotional she was. I was feeling that heaviness myself. Emotional for me today as well. It is seen as a death of the reptilian embodiment, the reptilian spirit, the reptilian mindset, and a rebirth into Christ-like consciousness, love, and selfless service. And she paused there and I said, well, I said, congratulations, Queen Elizabeth. I said, it's an incredible accomplishment. Officially, welcome to this side of existence. I said, do you have any concerns about this day or this moment that you're going through? And she said, no, dear one, but I am regarding it as a death. So again, more reflection today, she said, looking back at my legacy, looking back at the collective's legacy, feeling one last time the darkness, the density, the negativity, as well as the remorse, the sadness, and the guilt. Shame is there as well. When you're in the middle of that reptilian mindset, she said, working in the way that species worked, living those lives, you don't fully grasp the bigger picture of what you're doing. And she said here, and this is not to be making excuses. This is for educational purposes. It's like you have this chronic tunnel vision where the part of you who might try to see the big picture, the you who might look outside of yourself objectively at what you're doing and question those things, that part of you is disengaged. You aren't fully cut off from your emotions, as that is a special part of being human, for me at least. I experienced love. I experienced real joy. I felt optimism. I felt excitement. And for those things, I am so grateful. It is for those reasons that I make this official switch today. She said here, that spark of life, that spark that grows and glows from within, from deep within you, the joy in discovering that you are a part of God, divine in every way, free and alive, the ability to know this and rejoice in this knowledge and to live it every day. The negative reptilians don't have this choice. It's not part of their DNA and it's not a part of their mindset. No being should be trapped like that, she said. Every being should know that they have this choice. When you are a part of their species, it's only the mission that gets you fired up, that gives you inspiration. It's the undercurrent to everything that you do on this planet. And basically, you do this work until you are in your own grave. There's no questioning the mission, she said. There's no thinking outside of the box. There's no time for or space for deeper reflection or questioning. You go where you are led. You take your pills. You tune in one regard and you tune out in another regard. There's no free thinking here. I do remember when I was in the halls of Amenti working with Isa, getting to know that reptilian aspect of my existence here as a soul. That was one of the biggest things. I had two male children, reptilian children, and I was questioning what we were doing and how it was working. And I was told back then it was extremely hierarchical in nature and you just don't question. And my partner, my reptilian partner, killed me for this. I mean, cut my throat. I've had my throat slit many, many times. But you know, it's a big deal to question this stuff. You just don't do it. And so, yeah, I can imagine how if you're wanting to leave that life behind, that world behind, it's a really big deal. I mean, you've got to, look at what's happened to me. I've been trying to leave that behind, it sounds like, for a long time, many, many lifetimes. And they find me. They find me and they disarm me, or whatever, however you want to phrase that. So, yeah, this is a big deal. And I said, I said, is there anything else, Queen Elizabeth, that goes along with this milestone today that you want to talk about? Because she'd given me a pause there. She said, Shauna, I just think about and reflect back upon my time as the Queen. What a prestigious honor to be at that pinnacle, to be a leader at that level, and to be regarded with such respect and adoration. It feels so unfortunate that all of it was working on behalf of the hidden dark forces who were actually in power. It could have been such an amazing opportunity to do good, she said. Everlasting, long-standing change for the better. There aren't very many leaders today working on behalf of the light, working tirelessly on behalf of humanity and the planet. They are out there, they just may not be in such influential positions as I was. And there was a pause, and I said, well, I guess, this is one of the main reasons why we are ascending. Everybody's really tired of this. It's time to do something different. We're all heading toward this high vibration. And she said, yes, Shauna, it's all divinely orchestrated, and for this, I am relieved. Yeah, so you can imagine, if you're part of that mindset, you have no idea what the light is doing. You have no idea what divinity is all about, what source is all about, and working on behalf of the light. I think they're probably so segregated from anything that has to do with our world here on the side of the light. They just don't even know what's available. Again, she said yesterday, it's the challenge of making, of allowing these reptilians to understand there is a choice, like that I made, or that the Queen has made, or that many of you probably have made as well. And she said, so while this is a marker in the journey of my soul to be celebrated, in this moment, I take this time to deeply reflect upon what's happened and the roles that I've played. Officially leaving that part of myself behind and moving forward. I said, Queen Elizabeth, you've made an amazing choice. More pep talk for the Queen. You've made an amazing choice, and humanity is grateful that you are helping to bring all this information to light. She said, thank you for that, Shauna. I said, please continue whenever you're ready. She said, sometimes when you gaze into a mirror at your own reflection, the pain that's reflected back is almost unbearable. I believe it will take me some time to be free of this pain. But I'm willing to give it a try and do whatever I can to help atone for what I've done in this regime that I was a part of for so long. Man, I'm telling you too, I was really getting teary with this. I was really, really feeling this. As Melchizedek had said, I'm still grappling with some of these same things myself, and this is why we have this partnership. She said here, let the sadness be here with you too, Shauna. Let us combine our intentions to release any residual energies from our past. Yeah. And at that point, I went ahead and I set a nice long intention for the both of us, and for any of you who want to follow along with this if it resonates. I said, yes, Queen Elizabeth, setting my intention for both of us and anyone who still has residual pain, fear, sadness, suffering, guilt, remorse in their fields due to other incarnations. We release these emotions and these energies now. And with every in-breath, we breathe in love and light, high vibration, expanded consciousness, and a connection to Source that's infallible. We fearlessly face the great central sun and call upon its light to bathe every aspect of our being, lifting us, carrying us over this threshold. We humbly ask and pray to all of our guides, the entire angelic realm, all higher dimensional beings supporting us right now, to help us move beyond these energies, to transmit them and to transform them. May we use all the lessons and all experiences we've accumulated through all those lifetimes for light, for compassion, and for non-judgment, being grateful for all the incredible lessons we've learned along this unique and varied journey. And then I wrap this up here. Thank you to God. Thank you to our teams. Thank you, and so much appreciation for everyone helping us on this journey. And I'd like to also thank Melchizedek specifically for helping to oversee this process. And then I said, Queen Elizabeth, you can continue whenever you're ready. And she said, this is feeling complete for me today, Shauna. Thank you again for your time and dedication to this process. All right. Real quick too, I'm listening to The Trap by David Icke. This is really my first David Icke book, and it's taking me some time to get through it, just being very busy. I'm about, I don't even know, I'm guessing halfway through the book. And finally, he's starting to talk about the reptilians. And guys, there is so much overlap with what the Queen's talking about. And he brings up the royal family quite a bit, actually. It's taken him a very long time to get to the R word, to start talking about reptilians. And so he's just started, I'd say in the last couple of days, really started talking about that in terms of the books that I'm listening to. His big premise is that everything here is an artificial intelligence and AI simulation. But it's all orchestrated and managed by the negative reptilians. So he doesn't even feel like that this is right. I mean, he references the Matrix movies a lot and the Truman Show and some of this other stuff, but he believes that even this existence here is all AI generated. I put that one on the shelf, but he is talking a lot about the reptilian stuff, and it's right in line with what the Queen's been talking about. He's just started talking about shape-shifting. That we haven't broached with Queen Elizabeth yet, so I'm sure it will come up. I'm sure it will come up. All right, team, I'm going to go. Hopefully this won't take all night to upload. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your love. Thanks for your support for myself and for the Queen, who's going through this major transition. Wow. All right, guys, I love you. I will see y'all tomorrow. Mwah.